Good evening and welcome back to another edition on the King K Games channel. My name is Kay. It is nice to have you with us today. Today we will be jumping into the Scottish East Coast Main Line. It is a just trains route using the Class 166 First ScotRail. It is a fairly long one, 185 minutes in total. It is a run from Edinburgh Waverley down to Dundee and back. I have not played this route before, so it will be a first time for me. I do not know what to expect, but without further ado, let's jump into it. Set up the cab. Headlights. Forward. Hop outside. Wish I could change that view. Back in. We have to wait another minute. Now, there's no DRA with this cab, with this train. Otherwise, I would pop the DRA on. Being that we have a red light. As we have 3 trains leaving ahead of us. This beautiful one to your right, the HST. I may do that run with that HST. It's got the one blue cab in the middle. And doors are open. I'm not a big fan of this train, but it does its job. Closer departure. Doors are closing on the left. There is a guard. Alright, and applying power. We have the yellow in front of us.
Welcome on board this service. To avoid unnecessary security alerts, please do not leave luggage unattended on stations or on trains.
Thank you. As we leave Edinburgh, Waverley. 20 leaving the station. We already have a yellow, so I'm expecting a warning. There's another yellow. No magnet yet. Going to the left. Approaching 35. Still in the yellow. Will not apply speed. Here comes the magnet. Here's the warning. Here's the acknowledge. Single yellow, preparing to stop in the tunnel. There's the red light. There's the warning. As we wait for a platform to clear. Third of a mile to Haymarket. There's the yellow. Full beans. This is a 3-car train. We will be stopping at the 3-car marker. This is Haymarket. Doors are opening on the left. Did you know you have a twin? Doors are closing, stand by. And departing.
Welcome on board this service. To avoid unnecessary security alerts, please do not leave luggage unattended on stations or on trains.
Next station is Edinburgh Waverley in 11 miles. Full beans. Does it normally look this gloomy in Scotland? Personally, I've never been. Would love to one day. I'm heading to the UK in another week, but I mainly am staying in England. I would love to get up to the northern part. Right now I have no plans because I'm traveling by myself. But if anybody has any ideas on stuff I can do in Scotland, let me know. I did want to take a trip out to the northern part of England, like Newcastle. Newcastle's always intrigued me every time I've seen footage of it. And I was actually supposed to take a trip out to Newcastle to catch a Liverpool-Newcastle match. And then my plans got changed, and the week I'm going out there now, there's no football at all. So I missed that. But it would have been the perfect opportunity to actually see what Newcastle looks like. I know it's not Scotland, but baby steps. You know, I'm trying to make my way north. Warning for the 75. Also, if anyone has any ideas on what routes I can do in Scotland, that would be appreciated as well. Leave a comment for me. Anything you want to see. I'm pretty sure I have the routes already. I have a lot of DLCs. It's like an obsession for me at this point. Matter if I have the stock for it.
lot of stock, but sometimes I load up a scenario and they want certain specific stocks from like Just Trains or someone else from a different third party that I don't have. So most of the routes I can't even play because I don't have all the stock unless I custom the scenario myself. And a lot of times that's not easy to do. You know, it's very, very time consuming customizing a scenario. It's very time consuming, and that takes away time from me streaming or time from me making actual videos, which I haven't done in a little more than a month. But I should have some new content coming out for those who actually like watching my videos and not me streaming. So I'll try to keep you happy there pretty soon. But for now, just keep watching, and I'll let you know when things are happening. Not really sure what that other signal is. I've never played this before. I'm just gonna drop up to 60 for now. Is that a 50? Okay. I think it's a 50. Why would you have a 75 right next to a 50? Unless I'm diverging. Oh, that's a cool shot. Looks like a Concorde. That's a really huge plane. Wow. Oh, pardon me, that's a 90. It's not a 50 at all. That's still pretty close. I must be diverging. It says 75 to 90. That's really weird. If I didn't have the HUD on, that would still be weird. But I have no route knowledge because I've never played this route before. It's just very cool. Warning for the 60. Just over 5 miles to our next station. That's maybe 60. 4th Street Bridge. And we have a green light. 5 power. 50 miles an hour over the 4th Street Bridge. Let's head outside. This bridge is so beautiful. Starion GSR2. Pretty sure I'm not saying that right, but thank you for the follow.
Did I get lost?
Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. Always happy to have someone from the Netherlands here. Yeah, this is I do like this route. I played it a lot on Train Sim World. I've actually never played it on Classic, but when I seen it, I actually did want to try it. So the stock's a little old, but I love this bridge. The 4th Street Bridge is awesome. Double yellows. I actually just started. I just signed up for Dutch Sim, so I can actually add some more Dutch content to my my library. So you can actually expect to see a little more Dutch content in the future. I just love I love those Stadler trains, and yes, I love Amtrak as well. It's my home train. I'm from New York actually, and I just did an Amtrak run right before this. Just under 2 miles to our next stop. Warning for the 40. .7 decline. Still going too fast. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Are you into freight? Are you a big freight fan? To me, it's like most of the American content is good freight. I have no problems with that, but I'm a big fan of speed. I'm a big fan of speed, so I tend to lean more towards passenger services. I do once in a while like some freight stuff. If you're into freight, a good route I would try, and I might do this run later, is the Feather River Canyon. They have some good their career scenarios. I'm not a big fan of career scenarios, but they have some good scenarios on there. My recommendation is I would try it with the winter and snow settings on it, because it'll make your scenery pop out a little more. When I tried it, it was just regular mountains, and the scenario just looked kind of blah. I was just like, it's too plain. I was like, this would look better with some snow on it if I'm gonna be in the mountains for so long. As we pull into Inverkeithing, apply some braking here. Should be stopping at the 3-car marker, if there is one. My only issue with this route right now is the sky just looks a little gloomy. Pull up a little bit. Doors are opening on the left. I have not seen the Class 68 scenario one. If I did, I would have tried that one. I love the 68. But I could have sworn, like, I didn't try to enhance this DLC, but I thought I changed the weather to cloudy, but not EU cloudy. This looks like EU cloudy. Departing. I love the 68. I did a run on with the 68 on the Chiltern Main Line from Snow Hill to Marylebone. It was pretty cool. I did another run with the 67 as well with the mainline cabs. Yeah, but I thought I changed that actually. Like, I went into the editor and changed the weather, but I guess I didn't. I'll look at it later. I'll probably do this run again. So far, it's a pretty cool run. Alright, get up to 50. Yeah, the Riviera is pretty cool. The whole Penzance to Paddington DLC is pretty cool. I did that all in one sitting, a 6-hour run from Penzance to Paddington with the GWR Class 800 fun. Overall, anything UK, I just think is really, really great. As far as content, I haven't done all of the UK yet. I would love to get up to Scotland. .33s are pretty cool. The 142 is the Pacer, right? Yeah, so you probably have the Blackpool branch. Just under 12 miles to Kirkcaldy. It's funny that you're mentioning all of these routes because I actually have those loaded to actually do today. Like if anything went wrong. So yeah, like right now we're on the same page as far as DLCs go, which is pretty cool. Like it's also good to see other people who like pretty much the same things that I'm into at the current moment. Yeah, I do too. Like because I'm from America, some of my American train simmers don't want to watch the stream because I don't really do too much American stuff. To me, I feel like the American content on here is not as good as the UK content or the German content. You know, the Dutch content, even the French content I've seen is way better than the stuff that we have in America. And truth be told, every time I do an American route, something goes wrong on my stream. Like I haven't done a full route yet where I didn't have an issue with the American content. Yeah, all the American stuff is freight content. Not that it's bad, but I want to pick up passengers and go fast. 30 miles an hour is not my cup of tea. Not anything out of New York City. Yeah, the route I did last week, I'm not sure if it's still up on my Twitch. It's pretty cool. It's off the Metro North line, which runs from Grand Central Terminal up to greater parts of New York State. One is to Croton Harmon, and the other one is the Harlem line up to, it goes to Passaic, but it stops at Southeast New York, which is about 3/4 of the way there. Those were actually pretty fun. The only problem I had with running those routes, and I had fun nostalgically with those routes, the headlights on the passenger trains for the America content, at least on the east, the headlights don't work. It's like it's got a really bright plumage, and some of the front of the cabs you don't even see that the lights are on. Other than that, it was a good run. I love the units. Yeah, the headlight issue is a big problem for me. But I've noticed that on on the UK content, it's not that bad. You know, it's just the American content where I've noticed it really, really bad. I might have that route. I have a whole bunch of routes other than the UK that I haven't even played yet, and I want to start getting into it. Like, I have a whole bunch of German stuff that I want to jump in. It's just I'm not fully adverse to the signaling. The signaling is I'm still getting used to it. I'll check it out. I'll definitely check it out. As a train guy, I'm trying to diversify my knowledge of other countries' trains and routes other than the UK. I like one-track routes. I was gonna do an Inverness run. Or is that Calavacosh? With the class 40, 43, 47. Yeah, that might be my stream next week. I'll do some homework and look into it. Coming up on a 35. There's the warning. Knowledge. Drop my speed. Just over 6 miles to Kirking. I kind of feel like this is the back way. Like, this looks a little bit different than when I played it on Train Sim. Of course, I have no actual knowledge of it because I've never been here, but I appreciate it. And welcome to the stream and welcome to the channel. I probably won't be on next week actually because like I said, I'm heading out to the UK. So I'll be preparing for that. But I might actually be on again later tonight. If you're available. I'm pretty sure it'll be late for you. With the time difference. I gotta drop a little bit. But if I do stream tonight, obviously it'll be saved and you can watch it later. You mean like mainland Europe? Because I've been to the UK before. Okay, I'm not wrong. Not mad at that. You know, I can never be wrong with mad at that. It's funny. You have a lot of American friends. I have a lot of UK friends. Well, you just made another one, so. Wow, this looks beautiful. I'm gonna hop on the cab. So something to see. Start playing this a little more. This is pretty cool. Full beans. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get out to mainland Europe. I was actually thinking about taking a trip into France head to the Louvre. I like art, so I wanted to check that out. Yeah, totally. I just love meeting interesting people who are into the same thing that I'm into. You know, because I honestly, my love for trains is not matched with my friends. You know, like I love my friends, don't get me wrong, but I probably have one actual friend that I've known for probably 30 years of my life. Not, well, a little less than 30 years of my life, but he shares the same love of trains that I do. But his love for trains is more local and not world. Like he'll tell you a lot of stuff about trains where we're from. You know, because you know where I'm from, we have like the New York City subways, you know, and trains like that. So his knowledge is not as big as mine as far as trains. But I can't talk to any of my other friends about this whole situation because they're not into trains like that. You know, so when I get on here and I just get to talk about trains, it puts me right into my element. Yeah. And I'm also new to Twitch still. Like this is my first full month on Twitch. So I'm still trying to learn how everything works. Like when you said you followed, my alert didn't come up. Like this is supposed to be an alert that pops up on my screen, and I know I have it set up that way, and I didn't even see it. So I gotta check all my alert boxes and stuff like that. But again, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I just love these views. And me being in a cab, I can't fully. Oh, that's a joke. Yeah, got cliffside views. Over the trailer park. Lots of green. See, I don't get a lot of this where I'm from because you know population is dense. But when I get to see all this green, like especially when I head out to the UK and I see all of this, and I'm just like my mind is blown. This is beautiful. Like, who wouldn't want to see this? Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this route a little more because that's beautiful. I'd probably change the weather though, just to brighten it up. Change the sky. Not that this looks bad. I'm just I want to see the scenery. You know? Just under 2 miles. I'm gonna start braking a little bit here. I feel like she's rocking too much. Oh, really? I had no idea. Yeah, to me, being American, it looks like a trailer park. I'm sorry if I offended. I'm sorry, but that's kind of what it looked like to me. The whole notion of holiday, it's not that it's weird or new to me, but I don't get to see that here. So I'm pretty sure I would enjoy it, you know. Like me personally, I would really love to move to England, and if my job ever had an opening, I would seriously consider it. You know, like they know how much I love being out here, and I have friends out here, so it's not like, you know, I'd totally be by myself. But I'm definitely totally into it if it would have happened. Yeah, I don't mind being in a hotel, especially if it's a nice hotel. You know. Like the hotel I'm staying in when I go out there in another week is in Paddington. I've never stayed in Paddington before. It's over near Hyde Park. Hyde Park is huge, from what I've seen on the map at least. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed yourself. Me personally, I'd never even left my country until not too long ago. So, the fact that you can do that as a kid is awesome. Should be a 3-car marker. And doors will be opening on the left. All the doors, please. Now, Hyde Park is huge, right? Would you say it's as big as Central Park in New York? Because that's the hugest park that we have that I can actually departing. Beans.
Welcome on board this service. Please be alert to the safety notices displayed in the vestibule areas of this train.
Smaller. It looks cool when I see it on the map though. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna check it out anyway. I'm also heading out to Putney. I'm going over to the Fulham Stadium. It's at Craven Cottage. So there's another park over there too I want to check out. Oh, that sounds cool. You know, I get so much info and ideas off of my stream than I do from my friends that actually live in England. And it's like I have a whole itinerary and it's off of stuff that I was told about, and none of the stuff that I'm told about is the stuff that people on the stream are actually telling me that actually sounds cool to me. Like some of the stuff that I'm getting off my streams are stuff I would love to check out. You know? Like another stream I had, someone was telling me about the Watford area and, you know, the whole club scenes out there. Like I had no idea about. And it's like none of my friends tell me any of this stuff. They just want to go out to dinner and tell me about festivals and carnival and all the stuff that I'm not gonna see because I'm not there that week. And like stuff like this is what I should be hearing about. Like I'm talking about going to the Louvre and stuff like that, and I'm like, no, I'm in the UK. I want to do some UK stuff. Why do I have to go to France? Not that I don't want to go to France. Who doesn't? But I've actually taken a trip down the River Thames, so I am familiar with that area a little bit. I didn't really see much. The last time I was there, I was on an Uber boat, and it was winter, so it was like January maybe, and like I couldn't take much footage because my hands were frozen to the bone. So every like 5 minutes, I got to put my hand back in my pocket, you know, to keep it warm or warmer because it was freezing out there. And off the river, everything is extra cold. Oh, did I cross the border? I'm used to the cold. I'm from New York, so, you know. But all my friends kept saying, oh, you should come back in the summer. You should come back when it's warm out. To Markinch. Sometimes I forget I'm playing the game. I talk so much. Do you know which part of upstate New York? You're probably talking about west, like Buffalo, maybe Niagara Falls. Like how far north do you want to go? I know Woodstock. That sounds cool. I think that's not too far from Saratoga or It's about a couple hours north of New York City. I thought you meant like 5, 6. Yeah, Saugerties, yeah. Yeah, Saugerties is not that far from New York City. It's on the way to Albany, which is our state capital. Marble Hill? That's still the Bronx, man. That's actually my hometown. My video last week, I did a stop in Marble Hill. In college, in high school, I played basketball against a school that was in Marble Hill. They always kicked our butts. Hell's Kitchen is in Manhattan. Marble Hill is pretty much on the cusp of the Bronx, right before you hit the technically the northern part of New York City, like Yonkers and Riverdale, which is right on the border of New York City. Yeah, anything off the Hudson, you'll get a nice view, like something what we just seen, where we saw the people on holiday over there. You get nice views of the water and bridges and stuff like that. That's the nicer part of New York, off the Hudson, the Henry Hudson. I love my city. I just had to get out of it because it's too much city. Now I just want chill. You know, I want quiet space. Start braking a little bit. I feel like the brakes on this unit is not so good. Like braking so early. Still gotta get out there. Maybe one day I'll hop on the TGV. The TGV goes to Amsterdam from London, doesn't it? Like, how long is that ride? Is that like a 2-hour train ride? Yeah. Looks like a shorter platform. I just love hearing that sound. All flats. Nice. Yeah, this road is really cool. Ashamed this is the first time I'm actually playing it. Yeah, Yeah, I can see that. The tunnel's about a half an hour, right? Yeah. Calais. Yeah, I didn't think of that. Doors opening on the left. Yeah, that's cool. How long is that train ride to actually Paris? Is that 2 hours? Like, the speed? Is that a tilting train? Departing. Either way, I want to try it. Like, that sounds cool. I would love to see that. Even if you're underwater for like half an hour. Yeah. That lady had no feet. Yeah, the TGV trains, that's another system I gotta get used to. Which is why I haven't done any runs on that yet. Yeah. I might do a little rail fanning as well when I go out there. So I'm probably gonna head to like King's Cross and St. Pancras and all those places just so I can see some of the trains out there. Get some good footage. Because the last time I went out there, I took 3 cameras with me. Tripods, cameras, microphones, all that stuff, and none of my footage was any good. I looked at it when I got back home, and I was like, this is grainy. I can't use this. You know, it's like I had good memories of when I went out there, and I can't watch it. So now I got to make some new memories. This trip, I'm only staying 5 days. I'm only staying 5 days. I am heading to Manchester though. So I have at least 1 day in Manchester. I love Liverpool. I'm not going to Liverpool this time though. Isles of Wight. You're the second person that mentioned that to me. Then if I do the Riviera sleeper, I can actually probably take a trip out there. Station. 4 miles. Yeah, I would love to check it out. I'm gonna do a little more research on it. Yeah, anything in that area is pretty cool to me. Like it's Dowlish, all that, everything in that area, all the way down to Penzance is pretty cool. Stretch. Yeah, I find all that stuff really cool. Although I'm not a big fan of Steam. On the same page. That's exactly what I meant. On here, I don't really find the need or want to download a Steam train. Maybe the route. I would download the route, but to me, actually playing, it's just not what I want. Already down. So yeah, like any heritage rails, I don't see myself playing them. This is Ladybank. These 166 aren't bad. I don't like the braking on it. I feel like I have to go so high just to get almost 30% of braking. What I believe 30% of braking. It's a combo. No, it's a combo. Unless I'm missing something. No, it's a PVC. I don't mind the PVC. It's just this one just feels weird to me. Braking wise, anyway.
Welcome on board this service. Please be alert to the safety notices displayed in the vestibule areas of this train.
And I have that that TSC/X controller, but for some reason I can't get it to work, so I haven't even hooked it up. Yeah, the 101s. I also have a butt kicker attached to my chair. Makes it feel a little more real. My neighbors hate it, but fuck 'em. That bass is kicking in above their heads, and they're like, "What's going on up there?" It's like, I need my full immersion, bro. Sorry. Let's hop out. Look at all this green. Love it. That car just disappeared. Just under 4 miles to Cumber. I'm saying that right? this isn't considered the Highlands, is it? It's just northern Scotland. Warning. 75. Yeah, I'm definitely not knowledged on the borders. The northern UK area. Especially since this is my first run on this. I honestly forgot I even had this DLC. So far, I like it. I played other DLCs that were American, and I'm like, this is trash. Okay, doors are opening on the left. I think I didn't change the camera. Yeah, I actually just I just created a scenario with the Miami DLC like 2 days ago. I wanted to do a tri-rail. I don't know if you know what that is, but tri-rail has the whole Miami to Orlando run, passenger run. So I wanted to reskin. I wanted to reskin the livery, and every time I try to reskin a livery, it doesn't work for me. So right now it's all unbranded, unless I can actually find or figure out how to do the reskins. And it's like I read the manual and it tells you step by step how to do it, and then I do it step by step, and what they're talking about I don't see in my folders, so it winds up not happening. So right now the livery that I have on that line is unbranded, and it would be cool to actually see the actual livery that's supposed to be on that route as well as the AI trains and some freight as well, but it's not working for me, and I'm thinking about just actually doing it unbranded. It uses the Caltrain route. I think it's the San Francisco Peninsula route, I believe, and it used the Baby Bullet, which is a beautiful train, and I want to use it. That's why I don't care if it's unbranded. And I can't even get it reskinned properly. You know, so if everything was easy to reskin or put into the game, like if you go to, you know, Armstrong Powerhouse or Just Trains, and they have their own downloader. If it was that easy, I would do everything in a heartbeat. But when I have to actually use my brain and say, oh, I'm like, this needs to be in this folder, and I have to carry this over from this folder to that folder, my brain just blows up, and I'm just like, nah, I'm like, I'll just pass. I'll wait. Maybe I'll figure it out later when I'm not busy. But it is what it is. Yeah, like, you know, if it was just a simple exe file where I could just click on it and it runs the whole install for you, it's a lot easier, you know. Like a big majority of my DLCs are like that, and it's so easy. Everybody's not computer savvy like that. Then I gotta start to figure out, I'm like, all right, I'm missing this part of DLC. I gotta download this just for this to work. Put everything in one folder, and if people don't have it, or if they do have it, it just recopies over what they do have. So if you have that same issue with the Dutch mods, I'm probably gonna have the same problem. Because I just signed up for Dutch Sim, and I wanted to start playing some of that content. I saw some cool bits on there as well. Alright, so I'll be happy. I was watching one guy yesterday on Twitch who told me about Dutch Sim. I didn't even know that was a page. Pretty sure everybody has one. There's probably one for France as well. Good. I'm glad they come with downloaders, because I actually want it done for me. Just think of me as stupid and tell me what I need to know and do it for me. I'll give you my money if it's a payware. I will give you my money. Just do it for me. I don't mind paying for my DLCs because I know I'm going to play them. As long as they're not like $50, I'll pay for them, especially if they're on Steam and I get a discount. Good. That's good news for me. I'm assuming these units are built for comfort, because speed is not one. Never heard of that. I gotta check that out. $5. Leechers? Yeah, like some of these fruits that I buy, I don't buy them because, you know, I wanna play their scenarios. I buy them because I like the way the root looks, and then I'll custom my own scenarios on them. New cars, okay. Yeah, I'll customize my own scenarios because some of the scenarios I won't have the stock for them. And I hate seeing that box pop up. Then I gotta F2 it because I want to play the route. So I'll just put my own trains on. I'll go on YouTube and see what trains run on that line so I can make sure I put them on myself. Oh, this is pretty too. I like this. See, I like Quick Drive. My only problem is there's never any AI on it. That's the one problem I have. I want to see AI pass me. Otherwise, I feel like I'm on a track by myself. I agree. It's happened to me so many times. I'm actually surprised I haven't e-braked on this run yet. Knock on wood. Might have been a hard break here. Felt like I was coming too hard. Oh, doors are opening on the right. On this thing. So just make your own. I'd watch it. sometimes you gotta not care what other people want and be selfish and just think about yourself. Like last week I did a video because a friend of mine was suggesting that I did a run from his hometown. You know, it was nostalgic for him. It was nostalgic for me too because, you know, we're from the same state obviously, but for him to see that, it brought back good memories. And I'm constantly asking people what they want to see. So I couldn't be a hypocrite and not do it. But sometimes you just want to do something because you want to do it. Like this run right here, I wanted to do it. And I'm glad I did because this is actually a good route. There's a Canadian route I've done recently that, well, it's American now, but it used to be Canadian, and they kept the name of the route too, even when they transferred into an American route. Off of the California Zephyr. They renamed the train and everything. It doesn't go through Canada, but it goes through like the Colorado Rockies and Montana and stuff like that. I believe it leaves from Chicago. It goes all the way out to like San Francisco. It's called the California Zephyr. It used to be a Canadian route off the Feather River Canyon, which was it was a little too boring for me because the fastest you can go is 35 miles an hour. And to go that slow, I can't even use all my cameras. And then the train was so long, I kind of sped through one of my shots because I was stuck outside watching the entire train go by. And I sped it and ruined the whole 90-minute train ride I had. And it was all downhill at that, so I didn't have I put no power into the engine. And it was just all braking for like almost 2 hours. Yeah, I'll check it out later. love all these British trains, actually. That was coming. Slight braking. Is Dundee the last stop? Last station? Just under 4 miles. Let's see. Nope, not even close. Yeah, I feel like I don't have control of these braking until 50%. Thanks for joining. Enjoy your food. Talk to you later. Hello and welcome. Logan's Stuff 2. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. Right now we are in Scotland, heading to Dundee. I'm gonna hop outside, see what this looks like. Wow, look at this. Wow, this is a really nice route. I would have said I have not played this until now. Yes, I love trains, actually. It's always on my mind. Wow, this is a really long bridge. What area are you from, Logan? I'm from America. Just under 2 miles to Dundee. Scottish Rail. Next stop is Dundee. Gonna hop back out. Nice. That's pretty cool. Myself off the shot. So there are two beautiful bridges on this route. Seven. I really want to drive that thing next. That was cool. Downhill gradient, coming into Dundee. I can't find a middle ground with this train. This is Dundee. Dundee. This was a really fun run. I'm just upset I have not done this run sooner.
There's an opening on the left. And this is a return journey to Waverley. I'm already behind schedule. Alright.
Welcome on board this service. To avoid unnecessary security alerts, please do not leave luggage unattended on stations you're on train.
Just gonna shut this down. And lights back off. Switch cabs. There we go. Headlights. Actually, some power. Forward. Headlights on. There we go. And departing. Coming up. As we head to the cars, platform 1. As we head back over this bridge, we're gonna hop back outside.
That's a cool shot. That's nice. just under 5 miles to look cars. over a mile and a half to New Cars platform. There should be another magnet for this 55 we're approaching. Again, if you're new to the channel, thank you for joining. My name is Kay. Today we are in Scotland. There's the magnet, there's the board, acknowledged. views. And I'm appreciating this route. This route is very well put together, and I don't even think it's a new route. This may be an older route. I've had it for a while, I've just never played it. I don't even think it was on my radar. I think I purchased it and pretty much it was tucked away. And I just skipped over it a whole bunch of times. Because when I've seen it, it says pretty much East Coast Main Line. So I just thought it was part of the East Coast Main Line. And then I actually looked at it and it says Scottish East Coast Main Line. I seen the route. I looked at the scenario and it was interesting. I opened it up. And to my surprise, it is a really well put together route. Now, this is not my scenario. Usually I customize a scenario. I didn't customize this one. The only thing I did want to change is the sky and weather. The sky and weather, like I have the Armstrong Powerhouse sky and weather. But this sky and weather, I don't think is Armstrong Powerhouse. Doors are opening on the right. The sky and weather to me looks a little dreary. And this being my first time playing this route, I would like it to be a nice, beautiful looking sky so I can see the scenery a little better. Because I've never been here, obviously, in real life or on the game. The party. And I want to show it off. You know? Like, you want to show off. And especially when you pay for something, you want to show it off a little bit. You know? Like, it doesn't look too bad. It just looks a little dreary. I've seen worse. This is still a well-looking route. I've been on routes where I'm only doing 30 miles an hour and it's a passenger route. It's like, who the hell wants to drive that slow? Like, it's not diesel. Like, if it was diesel, I would understand. You know, you're going through the mountains and you have to watch all the signals because you're on a curve with other heavy freight and it's a one-track route. That's not fun to me. Like, if I wanted to go that slow on a one-track route, I'd pick a diesel run. So on that run, I gave it a bad grade, and I actually want to make it up and do that run the way I want to do that run. So I may do that run later as well. But to me, what was missing off of that run, because it was very scenic. It's just the scenic looked like it was missing something. Next stop is Kapar, if I'm saying that right. The scenery was missing something, and to me, that scenery, if I'm in the mountains, I think it needs some snow. So I'm gonna, before I give that route a bad grade, because I didn't like it the first time, and I said I would never do it again. before I actually say I won't do it again, I'm gonna play that route, a different type of scenario with some snow on it. So I'll be trying that again later. Maybe not on this run, but on another stream. We'll see how I feel. We're already 4 hours in right now, and that would be another 3 hours. So we'll see. As for this route, the only issue I have with the loco that I'm driving is the braking. The braking is not so great on this thing. I feel like I don't have control of the braking, and I have to brake too hard to get what I would feel is 25% on a different loco. Miles to Kapar. So far, we're in Scotland. It's very scenic. I've never been personally. Would love to go. I'm heading out to the UK in another week and a half maybe. I'm not going that far north, but I would love to one day. I'm getting a whole lot of good recommendations from people who have been in this area, and one day I'll get there. Warning for the 65. One day I'll get there and actually get to see more than just London, Manchester, Liverpool area, which I love, by the way. Me being from New York, some of my, favorite places in England is in Liverpool. I had some really good pizza out there, and that's hard to say. I'm from New York. Really good pizza in Liverpool, yeah, okay. But yeah, I had some really good pizza out there. And I would love to go back. I wish I was going back this trip, but unfortunately, Liverpool FC is not playing, so I'm gonna have to wait. Should be another magnet coming up. Start braking. 55 board warning coming soon. But we're stopping in Kapar, if I'm saying that right. Hopefully the passengers are happy. Should be a magnet coming up. 100% braking. Jump down to 25. Stopping at the 3-car marker. Doors will be opening on the left. Ready. Station is Lady Bank, in just over 5 miles. have hardware for this. TSCX controller, which is pretty heavy, that I can connect to my computer. It's not currently up right now because for some reason I'm having issues with it talking to Transit Classic. So actually it's just not connected. I also have a butt kicker attached to my chair, so I feel all the amplified bass, which makes it feel a little more realistic, like I'm in a cab with my headphones on, so I hear all the ambient noise. The controller actually also works with the train side. It has to be mapped for that as well. I have so much stuff going on right now. Like that's the last thing I want to worry about. Right now, my major function is to get this content out. I have so much content that I want to put out right now. As far as streaming, and I also make videos, and I haven't done that in a while, so I'm trying to get back into that as well. But for right now, I'm comfortable with the keyboard. I can do so much with the keyboard. I feel like the controllers, like if you just have a regular Xbox, PlayStation controller, you're limited on what you can do because you only have like 4 or 5 buttons. Whereas the keyboard, there's so many buttons on it that I can attach different cameras to buttons and different functions to my buttons. So even if right now I'm playing on 2 computers, one for streaming, one for gaming. Even if I had the PlayStation 5 up, I would still connect a keyboard and controller to it so I can have that extra functionality. As we come into Lady Bank, just so I can have that extra functionality that I'm used to, and I just feel like it helps with the immersion of playing this game. You know, not all the time do you want to just see shots like this. You know, like this is what you're used to in a regular train. Like I want the full effect. So. Try to make it as immersive as possible. But thanks for that question and welcome to the stream. We are in Scotland, heading back to Edinburgh. This looks like a short platform. Drop down to 15. I really hate the braking on this unit. Doors are opening on the left. Stand clear the doors on the left. Next stop is Markinch. Departing.
Welcome on board this service. To avoid unnecessary security alerts, please do not leave luggage unattended on stations or on trains.
I gotta say, I do like the announcement. Joe Maximus, my man. Evening, mate. Welcome back. Today we are in Scotland. Dude, that's cool, man. I appreciate you just popping in. No, I still got another week. Another week. I think I'm out there the 5th. Flying out the 4th. I think I'm there the 5th. Nice. Are you doing a festival or are you just like hanging out? That's always a great plan. Hopefully I can say the same thing when I get out there. So far, I mean, I've contacted all my friends, but so far I have nothing set as far as like hangout wise. So I'm gonna leave that up to them. That's their territory. If they were in the States, I would reciprocate. I am heading out to Putney. One of those days, like I'm heading out to Fulham, Fulham FC. It's at Craven Cottage, and like I know I wanted to hit Hyde Park when I get out there, but I also want to do that nice park over in Putney, overlooking the stadium with the park. And it's pretty cool. In case you haven't noticed, I do like scenery and scenic type stuff. So I want to check that out as well. ScotRail. I think the brakes are horrible on this thing. And I would change the sky weather on this. But other than that, it's a really nice route. And it's something different to me other than just doing the East Coast mainline route out there. And with our services and stuff, this is different. It's an older train, but it's still, I'm still having fun on this route. so cool. I just love that 67. Like even when I played it on the chill TV, it's such a cool run, and I wish I had it on this computer. I gotta find a way to get that transferred from one computer to another. If not, it's just gonna have to be a video. 2-hour video. As well as the run from Addington to Hereford. It's gonna have to be two. Which I haven't done in a while anyway, so I get to know all the bells and whistles. Challenge. First freight that I've seen on this run. It's cool to see that they share the line. Stopping at the 3-car mark. Doors are opening on the left. Wow, you guys have no feet. Guys making it into a train. No feet. It's amazing. I'm just gonna post up right here. Doors are closing. Step in. Departing. Arcadia, next station. Stop outside. I honestly would not mind a Irish route. That would actually be a cool surprise for Train Sim World 6. I know they have an Irish IEC train. I forget the name of it, but when I seen it, it kind of reminded me of the Class 195s of the South Wales line. I wouldn't mind seeing that or making a run on that. Like, everything doesn't have to be America, Germany, UK. Like, maybe that'll be a surprise that they want to give us for our core route. I would definitely be into that. Or even if they took out the American route and gave us that, I would be fine with that as well, because you know their American routes have not been that great lately to me personally, and I really don't want another freight route coming out of America. So that would be an interesting twist that I don't know if anybody else would want to see that, but me personally, that would be cool. For my UK route, I notice it's an unpopular opinion. I would love to see the Elizabeth line. And possibly another Dutch route or Italian. Maybe an Italian route, that would be cool. I would love to use one of those Stadlers that they use out there in the Netherlands. I know the Flirts are Stadlers, but we don't have those either in Train Sim World. I have both the 755 and the 745 for Classic. One day I'll get to actually making a route like from that. I would love to do a run from Harwich down to Liverpool Street, or Stansted Airport. I don't know, maybe one day. In my honest opinion, and I don't know if Dovetail actually does this already, I would be making more than one route at a time, just so I can keep knocking them out, popping them out every 3 or 4 months, keep the money flow going, and also keeping the community happy, because I'm tired of seeing recycled stuff that we've been getting. Like, I love Train Sim World. The graphics are amazing. And I just want to keep... I will give you my money. Like, take my money, please. Just keep giving me content. This is my enjoyment. I love playing with trains. Like, that's another thing I need to do. I need to look at the hours played that I have on just Train Sim Classic alone. I'm pretty sure it's up there. Maybe I'll do that. I'll go on Steam after this and actually look at my hours played and get a tally. know on Train Sim World, I don't know if there's an hours played tally, but they have a the level, like, you know, your player level. I'm over 300, and that's not even including my transfers from Train Sim World 2. That's just starting with Train Sim World 3, because I didn't transfer over my account on Train Sim World 2. I started Train Sim World 3. I'm over 300 on that. And I mainly play Train Sim Classic the most now. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be high as well. But I love it. This is my sneaker money. I used to be a sneakerhead. I'm still a sneakerhead. I like sneakers. But I would say over the past 2 years, I have not bought a brand new pair of sneakers. I still have brand new pairs of sneakers. I had like 10 that were just sitting in a box in my closet. So I'm all caught up now. Now I need to buy sneakers. So all my train content is gonna have to be on Steam sale if I buy anything new. At least until Christmas. Christmas, I'll probably buy some more sneakers. But for now, I'm having fun playing with trains. Just over a half a mile to Kirkcaldy. Stopping at the 3-car marker. Braking. This unit's very weird. I was at negative 30% on my braking and it was not moving. Look, negative 30%. No braking whatsoever. It's just so weird. Will be opening on the left. Car park. Oh, nice self-promoting there. Stand clear the doors on the left. And departing. just under 13 miles to Inverkeithing. Gonna check on the passengers, make sure they're okay. Is everything okay in here? This guy looks comfortable. Oh, that guy definitely looks comfortable. It's ugly too. It is what it is. So be it. Back on. Hop out and catch some of this beautiful scenery. Amazing. Plenty of time. Okay, you got a 30 coming up. Should see another AWS for that. There we go. That's a pretty shot right there. Flying power. Is this light broken? I don't see anything in front of us. And I can't tap through it. I can't tap through it. I'm just gonna go.
things.
Oh, that boat's doing donuts. That's pretty cool. That was pretty cool. And it disappeared. Oh, it came back. And it's green. I don't get it. Bug in the system. Curious if anyone else has had that issue with this route. Beautiful, look at that. Nice little cross-country HST. Wish I was driving that bad boy. I gotta look and see if there's a scenario for that one. I would have loved to have done this run with that. Maybe I'll make that a scenario myself, since I lost my other scenario from Just Trains off the Midland Mainlands routes. Just Trains makes some really good routes, but I didn't realize there were bugs in that Midland Mainlands route, because I've never had an issue with it before, but after looking at other people's forums, a majority of a lot of people have bugs going on with that route that have not been fixed. I'm hoping it gets fixed because I have a route that I really want to get out. With that AP 43 that we just passed. From Leicester to Derby to Stockport to Piccadilly. And I would love to get it out. As we're climbing here. I'm gonna hop up the cab. Just under 4 miles to Edinburgh Keep. Check on the passengers.
Put myself in a seat. This guy's enjoying the view. And that guy's still comfortable. It's nice and quiet compared to the cab.
although it's not a real sun, it still hurts me to look at it. Like my eyes playing tricks on me? Like I see it's a sun, I know it's not a sun, but staring into it feels like I'm still burning my retinas. How's that for immersive? Half a mile to Edinburgh. Doors will be opening on the left. Next stop is Haymarket. In 12 miles. cool I get to see this bridge twice on this run. It really is a cool looking bridge. That bridge over to Dundee was actually pretty nice as well.
I appreciate the bridges. Helps bring out this route. Not that it was a bad route.
That bridge adds so much to this route. I don't think I fully appreciated that bridge on Train Sim World. I mean, yeah, it's probably the selling point of the whole 5 Circle DLC. But for some reason, even though it's not as graphically enhanced as Train Sim World, but that bridge on this route right here is simply marvelous. And I literally want to punch myself in the face for not doing more Scottish content. simply amazing. As we get up to 60. Check on the passengers. For some reason, watching this guy looking out the window is so much fun. Let's hop outside. Back before the warning. Magnet should be coming up. And there we go. It's almost like it was planned. Just under 5 miles to Haymarket. Coming up on a 75. Should be a magnet coming up soon. Miles to Haymarket. There's a magnet. There's the board. What team is that? Wasn't able to catch that one. Approaching Haymarket. Closing in on the end of this run. Down to 25. door's opening on the left. Oh, the suit guy. And departing. Next and last stop will be Waverley. Edinburgh Waverley. Platform 18, Edinburgh Waverley. Less than half a mile. I want to thank everyone who has joined in on the stream today. It's been a long one. Just about 5 hours now. I enjoyed every minute of it. And I hope you guys did as well. I may be back later on tonight and do another run. Just to make up for the fact that I probably will not be streaming next weekend because I will be in the UK. So I would still like to give you guys some content as well. So we'll see. Depends on how I feel. Right now I gotta get some food and let the cat out of the room before he goes crazy. but it's been a real pleasure playing with trains for you guys. As we stop in just the right place. Doors are opening on the left, I believe. Actually, not sure what side we're opening. Guess they want me to go all the way down. Although the stop marker says to stop right there. That was weird. And thank you guys. That is the end of this scenario. Just some couple of talking points I want to point out about today's run. First time actually trying out that scenario of the Scottish East Coast main line. It was actually pretty fun and entertaining. My first time actually doing any scenarios off of that DLC, and I quite enjoyed it. I was not disappointed at all. My only concern was the bad braking off of that locomotive, that 166 locomotive, First ScotRail. It kind of was hard for me to get a gauge on the stopping power. You know, like I would be at 50% before I actually seen any decrease. Whereas if I was on a different loco, that 50% that I felt was equivalent to 25% on a different locomotive. That and the only other negative would be the sky and weather. Although it was mainly sky for this situation, it was a little too gloomy for me, and I'm not totally sure if that's accurate to how it actually is over there with the EU sky weathering. But I felt like it was a little too gloomy, and I rather it had been even if it's cloudy, because I like a cloudy scenario pack. I would rather have liked to see a more vibrant type of sky, so I can actually see a lot of the scenery. Although the scenery I did see was really incredible. Having two bridges in that was pretty cool. Like both the bridges, the one over near Dundee was pretty cool, and the 4th Street Bridge is always an amazing sight to see. So I enjoyed that. Overall, I would give this DLC, well, this scenario of the DLC, an A. I would have given it an A plus had the sky looked a little bit better, even though I did attempt to try to change that sky. I don't know why it still looked like that. And I think if I did that same run with the class 67 that I've seen passing me a couple of times, I think it would have been even better. I would have probably given it an A plus, even with the sky. So that's my 2 thoughts on that. As far as the length of this, I thought it was pretty long but fair. I enjoyed it. I picked it because it was a long one, so I'm not unhappy about that at all. But yeah. So that will just about do it for me today. It's been over 5 hours on this run, and I really appreciated everybody who dropped by, even Legio Maximus. I'll see you later, buddy. I may do another run in a couple of hours. I just need to handle some personal stuff, like going to the bathroom, letting the cat out the room that's been in there for 5 hours, and getting some food. So we'll see. But thanks for joining in, and I will see you guys on the next stream. See you later.